Whereas in the late 19th century, as European powers expanded their reach across the globe, Africa became the focal point of imperial ambition. The Berlin Conference of 1884 marked a pivotal moment where European nations, without any regard for the indigenous cultures and societies, divided the continent into colonies. Among the most ambitious colonizers were Britain and France, each driven by a desire for resources, power, and global prestige. Britain's vision was to create a vast colonial empire stretching from Cairo in the north to Cape Town in the south, a dream known as the Cape to Cairo Railway. The British, on their part, sought to control South Africa and other strategic regions, establishing a continuous line of colonies across the continent. On the other hand, France aimed to build its own empire stretching from Algeria in the north through the Sahara to the West Africa. Both nations clashed as they expanded their territories, with tensions culminating in the Fasoda incident in 1898, where British and French forces faced off in Sudan. The confrontation was intense, but diplomacy prevailed and both empires continued their conquest. As Britain and France fought for dominance, they brought with them a system of exploitation and oppression. Africans were forced to work in harsh conditions, mining resources like gold, diamonds, and rubber, all while enduring violence and systematic injustice. Colonization was often justified under the guise of civilizing the indigenous population, but in reality, it was driven by the extraction of wealth and control over resources. But African people never surrendered without resistance. From the Zulu kingdom fighting the British in South Africa to the fierce battle in Algeria against French colonization, Africans resisted colonization in both organized and subtle ways. Despite facing overwhelming odds, their resilience never wavered. The imposition of foreign rule failed to erase Africa's spirit. Over time, the cost of maintaining these vast empires became too great for Britain and France. Wars, mounting pressure for independence began to weaken their colonial holds. Africans, inspired by movements for freedom and self-determination, started demanding independence. Slowly but surely, colonial empires began to crumble, and nations like Ghana, Algeria, and Nigeria emerged as independent states. While the legacies of colonialism, artificial borders, economic independence, and division still affect Africa today, the continent's journey towards reclaiming its identity is ongoing. The strength, the resilience, and resistance of its people, however, have shaped Africa into what it is today, a land of diversity, hope, and determination for a future built on its own terms. In the end, Britain and France's colonial ambitions may have changed Africa's landscape, but they could not break the enduring spirit of its people. The story of Africa is one of both exploitation, resilience, and it continues to evolve and shaped by the very legacies of the empires that once tried to define it.